Hey everybody, Robb here for Southwest Florida Television. Good morning and happy Monday, June 30th, our last day of the month. I am by the entrance to the drop-off area at Vanderbilt Beach Park here in North Naples, Florida. It's about 6:30. And as you can see, it is closed. The beach renourishment project is underway here, the emergency beach renourishment project. So the drop-off area is closed to all vehicle traffic. However, if you want to access the beach, you can access the beach to the south of Vanderbilt Beach Park along the sidewalk here. This is if you want to walk the beach in Pelican Bay down to Clam Pass. Please stay on the sidewalk. Stay out of the way of all of these workers here. They're only going to be adding sand to the beach around the Vanderbilt Beach Resort. They're not doing all of Vanderbilt Beach. But as you can see, it's pretty easy to figure out where you're supposed to go from here. Still got plenty of beach to use down here to the south. Right now the temperature out here is, about 75 degrees. Going to get up to maybe around 85 today. Might see a little drizzle here this morning. If you want to go to the beach to the north of the Turtle Club, you need to use the access number 1, which is just north of the Vanderbilt Beach Resort. You're going to have to walk up the road a little ways. It's not a long walk. I'm going to actually take you up there. What they're going to do, it's going to be kind of similar to one of the normal beach renourishments. Obviously it's not going to take as long, but instead of using the big dump trucks to haul the sand up the beach, they're just going to use the front end loaders. So they're going to stockpile all of the sand here, and then they're going to run it up the beach with these big loaders. And they've got our sea turtle nests well marked off here. So as soon as that sand starts coming in, where I'm walking here, this is all going to be closed, all in here. I'll probably be the last person to walk up the beach here. When I get done with this morning's beach walk, there's going to be piles of sand here. They're doing a good job here marking off all of our sea turtle nests. Don't want to disturb them. We're just going to take a little stroll up Vanderbilt Beach. Boy, that's noisy. That'll wake you up if you're staying in these condos here. They're going to put in, I'm sure there's going to be a barrier up here by the Turtle Club. I don't know if they're going to add sand in here to Vanderbilt Beach Park. Could use a little more sand. Water temperature still around 86 degrees. Really calm out here right now. Hit that share button, let everybody know what the heck's going on here. Normally, any beach renourishment doesn't happen during sea turtle nesting season. But because, as you're going to see, the beach is pretty much gone just up ahead of me. You can see where it comes in there. I don't know where they're going to set up the chairs for the folks at the Vanderbilt Beach Resort now. Oh, I see our friend Paulo taking the chairs way up the beach up there. Wow, water is calm. There's actually just a hint of color up there in some of those clouds. A little bit of yellowish orange, just faint. But very cloudy this morning. I think I might luck out and not get rained on. Let's see here. In front of the Turtle Club, there's hardly any beach left. I mean, when the tide comes up, it comes up into here, and there's just a little strip of sand. Comes a big machine. Get used to seeing that, like I said, for about a week. I guess Mick here at the Vanderbilt Beach Resort pulled some strings to get this done. See, you can get through here now. At high tide, there's no beach here. Basically, the water comes up to about the edge of that, the bottom edge of that rock there. All these steps are new steps. They just added. They had to add new steps. The sand used to be up about halfway up that seawall, even higher. They had to build some new steps so people could get out onto the beach. So I believe, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, this is going to be where you need to come in the beach. They're going to close this off up ahead of us. This would be beach access number 1.
Morning, Rob.
Merry Christmas.
Sure feels like it.
Yeah, you're getting your beach back, man.
I know, finally.
So I guess they're going to route people out here.
I was just wondering where exactly is a good spot for me down there. And,
I think they're going to.
It's just past where they're at right now.
Yeah, they're going to put a net up there to keep to funnel people out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be bringing everyone through here, making our way that way.
You got to get a good workout today.
I know.
Carrying those umbrellas.
Lots more steps.
You need a helper today.
I know. I don't know if I'm gonna get one.
Maybe Mick will come out and give you a hand.
But we don't have too many folks here.
Yeah,
Today at least.
They said they're going to be here from.
So they want to beat it before the 4th.
Yeah.
So, and if they're not done before the 4th, they'll just pause for the weekend and start again Monday.
Keep our fingers crossed for the weather.
I know.
Man, of all things.
Looks like it's going to be pretty wet.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Ooh, I want to drive my truck on the beach.
Right? I know.
All right, Paulo. Have a good day. Yeah, their goal was to try to get out of here by the 4th of July. But don't know if that's going to happen. We're supposed to have some potentially nasty weather on the 4th of July. I just wanted to show you where the beach access is here on Vanderbilt Beach Road. The Vanderbilt Beach and Harbor Club, a good look at the swimming pool. Used to have a big hedgerow here you could never see back here. I never realized how nice it was back here. Look at that. That's beautiful. It took a beating during our 3 hurricanes, which none directly hit us. Thank goodness. Could have been so much worse. Hey, send some stars if you're enjoying the update here and Beach Walk. It's kind of serving two purposes. Want to try to let everybody know what's going on. This is Vanderbilt Drive. You walk under the shade of the sea grape trees here. So we're just north of the Vanderbilt Beach Resort. This is beach access point number 1, right in here, kind of hidden back in here behind the trees. Nice little boardwalk. Now, also, this boardwalk does have steps at the end. There is no ramp. So remember that. If you have problems navigating stairs, getting old sucks, doesn't it? The beach access number 1. You'll want to just stay on the south side of Vanderbilt Beach Park. Or go to Delnor-Wiggins. Go to Wiggins for a week. How'd you like to jump in that swimming pool? It's beautiful coconut palms. Boy, remember last year I was on this boardwalk and the water was just rushing towards me. Remember that? And year before, Hurricane Ian. When I was out here during Hurricane Milton, as Hurricane Milton was passing by us, this was all underwater here. The only way I could get down the beach was I actually had to walk on that seawall along here. And it was hard doing that, walking along this seawall. But there's video of that. If you go scroll through my videos, you can find that. So this is all where they're going to put new sand in, all in here. Maybe now they're thinking of closing this off. I don't know. I thought they were going to leave this open. Let's see what the plan is. Maybe that was all. He's trying to find his way to. Trying to listen into the conversations here. See if that boardwalk is going to be accessible now. I don't know. Earth Tech. Boy, I see a lot of fish swirling around there. We're going to have to find out when I get back down here. Might not be open at Access 1. I don't know. Looks like they're leaving a little gap there. Well, Apollo is going to have to bring all the chairs for the Vanderbilt Beach Resort down here. The umbrellas, the chairs. He said, fortunately, they're not super busy right now. Well, I'm going to know when I get back what it's like. Catching anything out there? Catching anything? Nothing? I see our Sea Turtle Patrol heading up the beach. Hey Beverly, good morning. This isn't going to be too long of a beach walk this morning. I see the Turtle Patrol stopping up ahead of me. Maybe we'll get lucky and have a new nest. I don't know. If they're just checking on an old one. Boy, I see a lot of fish out here in the water. A lot of little swirls. Birds flying overhead. The Floridian Club over here under the coconut palms. Gulf Point of Naples next door. Vanderbilt Beach is nice. Delnor-Wiggins is my favorite. I'm not a big fan of all the coastal development. Somebody left their sandcastle here. Remember, during sea turtle, you should do this all the time, but especially during sea turtle nesting season. Knock your sandcastles down before you head home. It's that time. We're going to start seeing our little babies emerging from their nests now. And these are a major obstacle for the little hatchlings. So knock your sandcastles down, fill in your holes before going home, pick up your trash. You know the drill. Do the right thing. It's just common sense. An ibis flying by. One of our beach blackbirds. I don't know what it's eating. So he can't start any work bringing in the sand until they get the all clear from the turtle patrol. I think we might have a new nest up here. Sweet. We're spending some time up there. We'll get an idea, a rough idea of how many nests there are. Boy, that water's flat. Flat and beautiful. Good morning. I love being out on the beach. I missed my beach yesterday, but I'll tell you what, I love Kauai-Chobe. I love hanging out with those beautiful animals in the morning. My two loves, the beach and Kauai-Chobe, and then my two girlfriends, Mother Ocean and Mother Nature. If you haven't been out to Kauai-Chobe Animal Preserve, you've got to put that on your bucket list when you're here. Man, if you got grandkids, especially if you got grandkids, take them out there. A lot of hands-on with some of the smaller animals, petting, feeding. Very educational, extremely educational. I don't know why they're only doing by the Vanderbilt Beach Resort, bringing in the sand. I don't know why they're not putting more sand down here. There's a lot of spots on the beach. I'm sure it has a lot to do with our sea turtles. Here's a relatively new nest. Wow, nest 220. Man. We're getting a lot of nests here. We're doing good. Wonder if we're going to break the 300s. Get into the 400s. Wouldn't that be something? We still got a good month of crawling ahead of us. And then it starts tapering off in August, September, October, very slow. Then come November, all the front end loaders and big earth movers hauling sand up and down the beach are going to be back here on Vanderbilt Beach starting in November. Remember what that was like? Woo, all those big ruts on the beach, those dump trucks just rolling back and forth. So there's going to be times where the beach access is kind of difficult. I'll do my best to keep you updated on that. Hey, where's the nest?
It was a false.
Oh, just a false one.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a false scrawl, unfortunately. Good morning. But they keep track of the false scrawls. Nice and warm in Phoenix. Awesome. 116, that's not bad. Beautiful. No thanks. I like it right where I'm at. I love the birds flying overhead. And I think our second turtle patrol crew is checking on a nest. Potential nest maybe up ahead of me. You have two crews working this section of beach from Clam Pass behind me up to the north end of Vanderbilt Beach. To speed things up. You can see there's a lot of nests. The playa sticking up there. Still all is quiet at La Playa. There they go. So they do this section of beach first. And they do Pelican Bay Beach after this. I don't think Jason's going to be out here with his tractor while they're re-nourishing the beach because he can't get out here. I think I saw him sitting over there with the construction crew. I think he's part of the supervision. One of our beautiful little white ibises. Hey, Carrie. Couple more of our little ivies. See those beautiful black tips, the black wing tips, they're gorgeous when these ibis take flight. This one here it's still got some dark feathers on it. The juveniles aren't white when they're born, they're more of a brownish color. Just walking around in circles. Like, which way do I want to go? Just back and forth, undecided. It's like, I think I'm missing something here. Where'd the other one go? I love watching our ibises doing their little ibis thing in the morning. A little eating, a little cleaning. How about you? You like watching our ibises? I wish you were standing next to me watching them. You got something. So cool. All right, let's see if there's a new sea turtle nest up here. I don't know. They're moving up the beach pretty fast this morning. They're making good time. I think there might be something out in the water. Maybe a manatee offshore. They're really hard to see. You just see their little nose. You see the little like trail that they leave in the water. Before they're getting ready to surface, you see these little circular patterns, these little bubble patterns, I call them. These little circular flat spots in the water, and then that means the manatee's getting ready to pop up. And it usually pops up 50 feet ahead of the last little circle you see. Where that circle is isn't where the manatee is. It's ahead of that. I haven't seen anything pop up. There's a nest up ahead that's not too far up on the beach. I don't know if it's a new one. I don't know what they were looking at up here, our sea turtle folks. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I lucked out. It was supposed to rain. When I looked at the forecast at 4 o'clock this morning, it said 90% chance of rain at 6 o'clock. I'm like, what? Just constantly changing. Yeah, that sea turtle nest is a little higher up on the beach than I thought, than it looked from a distance, from afar. Gosh, I don't see any tracks here. So 220 was that one we saw earlier, nest 220. That looked like maybe a nest from yesterday. Good morning. Wow, when I look up the beach, it's real easy to see where Lover's Key is up here. See if I can zoom in. say that. I'm pretty sure. First, let me get you over here to the right so you can get your bearings. Okay, over here coming in on the right, all the trees. That's the beach at Delnor-Wiggins Pass State Park. And those condos in the background, that's Lely. And as I pan around, Little Hickory Island, and Lover's Key. I'm trying to think here. Lover's Key is, I believe, that gap we're seeing there. And Fort Myers Beach. It's almost like a mirage there. Looks like all the buildings are up in the air. Turtle Patrol head. The birds. I love watching the birds. It's pretty cool. Well, the end of the month, my friends, is here. You know what that means. It means the bills are due. Big time due. So if you appreciate my efforts, if you enjoy my morning walks and the other things that I share, the other little videos and photos that I share throughout the day of our beautiful beaches and sometimes some other things fun here in town, tips are hugely appreciated right now, more so than ever this time of the month. If you'd like to send a little thank you, a token of appreciation, you can find a link to my PayPal and Venmo account in the description of this post. Like I said, every dollar counts, and I do thank you. Also, those Facebook stars, it takes a while for me to see those, sometimes up to 60 days. But thank you to my star senders. I get a penny for each one of those stars that you send to my videos on Facebook. I'll look back down to the south on a peaceful Monday morning in North Naples. I see our swimmers out in the water. They swam up here from Vanderbilt Beach Park. Just hanging out there. I don't think you can see them. A couple little dots out there in the water. There's another false crawl. I guess we have no new sea turtle nest here on Vanderbilt Beach this morning. A false crawl here. Well, it looked like it might have been promising, but she went up. She had the right idea. She went up high onto the beach over here. Came right up. Man, I'm surprised there's not a nest there. Right up into the dunes. No nest though. A false crawl. Darn it. She came all the way back into here. Darn. Had the right idea. Come on, baby. Maybe tomorrow. And here's another spot where the beach is horrible, where I really thought they would have filled this in. But I guess it was, the access was just way too much. They didn't want to bring the big trucks in onto the beach, the big earth movers. And this is a long haul up here using the front end loaders. So hopefully there'll be some beach left here come November. Wow. Every time I walk by here, it still amazes me that our sea turtles were actually able to make the climb up this embankment here. Look at that. That's unbelievable. Very cloudy skies blocking the sun right now. I remember the last time I walked on Vanderbilt Beach, we had that incredible thunderstorm out in the Gulf. One of our little snowy egrets. Their beautiful little yellow feet, their yellow slippers. Lightning whelk, a little chipped up along the edge. Still has some beautiful colors though to it. The lightning whelk. Nice big whelk is always a prized piece in a shell collection. I'll probably keep that. That'd be one of those morning that I give to a friend. Water looks great, just there's not enough sun to really show it off, the clarity. Hey, did you see all of the dolphins yesterday from Boat Naples? That was awesome. Scroll down a couple posts on Southwest Florida Television's Facebook page here. Check out the dolphins that Captain Sandy saw. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Great look at them. Check it out. Give it a like and give it a share. And then get out on the water with Boat Naples. BoatNaples.com. Awesome people. Ask them about our specials, our Southwest Florida Television. Thursday evening sunset cruise and Saturday morning nature cruise. A special price on those. BoatNaples.com. Also yesterday, when I was at a Kauai Chobe, I made a little video I forget what the title was, Good Morning or Happy Sunday from Kauai-Chobe Animal Preserve. You see a little cat in there. It looks like a little miniature bobcat. I don't know, it's got kind of like spots like a bobcat. It's very, very tiny. That's called a Joffrey cat. Very tiny, but very feisty. It's determined to get Henry the turkey out there. I got another video just featuring her that I'll share maybe today or tomorrow. Another place you need to put on your bucket list, Kauai-Chobe, like I said earlier, Kauai-Chobe Animal Preserve. Take the grandkids out there. Volunteers. They're always looking for volunteers out of Kauai-Chobe. If you love animals, they could use your help. If you want to get a little fresh air and see some really cool animals, there's a lot of chores. It's like running a farm. It never sleeps. The work never stops out there. Save some for somebody else. There are so many shells out here. Right in this section, not so many, but gosh, there's little areas where there's just piles of them. Look at this. It's just something different. I'm trying to figure out what, it looks like that is just the top of a Florida fighting conch. Just the tip of it. Ha. Yeah, they're kind of sparse through here, but man, there's other places where there's piles of shells on the beach. I don't know where our sea critters are, dolphins and manatees. The sea critters. Gotta love our sea critters. This is another section of Vanderbilt Beach that has just been devastated. Another spot that's going to have to wait till November to get some new sand put in here. Those little babies are in for a surprise when these nests hatch here. They're going to have a little surprise when they get to this ledge. They'll survive. They'll take a tumble, but they're pretty sturdy. They'll be able to handle it. Remember what the building looked like after Hurricane Ian? The water went right through the bottom floor. It went through the bottom floor of all these buildings. Took a long time to get them cleaned up. Some of them are still working on them. What's nice though is it looks like they do have all of the dunes replanted now along Vanderbilt Beach. I don't know if that was done privately, if they took up donations, if the county did that, if the state did it. But it's going to be a while before all these grasses grow up. But boy, do we need them. This is beach access number 7 right here. But you can see the rows of new plantings. It's a lot of plants. I think it looks like sea oats. Running right up to Delnor-Wiggins. Remember, this is just all sand after the hurricanes. No grass here, nothing. It just looked like one giant beach all through here. When the water rose up, when the storm surge came in, all of the pools back here got flooded, got sand in them. That one probably fared a little better with the sand. Definitely got saltwater intrusion, but it is a little higher here, that swimming pool. It's nice to see everything coming back. I got my flip-flops on because I wasn't sure where I was going to be walking with that beach renourishment going on. Got a little color over there in the sky. Delnor-Wiggins off in the distance, just beyond the condos. Water's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Love the sounds of Mother Ocean, the whisper of the little waves gently lapping on the shore. My flip-flops flopping in the background. Almost up to the end of Vanderbilt Beach. I wasn't expecting to walk this far this morning, but I'm glad I did. Very cool morning. When I started, it was 75. I don't know what the temperature is now. I didn't feel like it got any warmer. These clouds keeping it cool. There was a little snowy egret that just flew by. I don't know if he caught it. It happened pretty quick. I love how the clouds reflect on the water. The sky is gorgeous. Wow, that blue up there, wow. The different shades of blue. Look at that. Mariah Bay. That's the northernmost condo on Vanderbilt Beach. Looks like a male and female little snowy egret up ahead of me. The male chasing after the female. Isn't that the way it is, guys? Isn't that the way it usually goes? There he goes, chasing her. He spreads his wings out and starts jumping up and down. See if he does it again. Right now, I think he's hungry. He's got dinner more on his mind than flirting. The male's on the left. He'll see she's getting ahead of him and hurry up and catch up to her. Whoop. Maybe not. Stop for a bite. So cool when they do their little mating dance. He's not gonna fly up there. He's just gonna walk up there, strut up there to her. Looks like, yep, he got a fish down the hatch. Usually they'll take a little drink after they swallow the fish. No. They'll wash it down with a little sip of water. A lot of little bait fish in the water, lots and lots of them. You gonna get one or what? He's eyeballing something. Must be a big juicy fish. Being pretty patient. No, giving up. Hey, your girl's gotten ahead of you. He's like, yeah, she'll be there waiting for me. She loves me. She'd rather I do my own cooking. Oh, really? You're gonna come down here. Great, look at a little snowy. Maybe it wanted to be on camera. And that's what this is all about. Wanted a little camera time. Boy, it's being patient. It's like looking for its squirrel now. It's like, where'd she go? Yeah. I don't want any other dude messing with my girlfriend. I better get moving. All right. Oh, there's another one coming into the picture up here. Looks like maybe two little females there. Well, we've made it all the way up to the north end of Vanderbilt Beach. Clam Bay, they have a sea turtle nest out at the end of their boardwalk. Kind of halfway blocking the boardwalk. Folks have plenty of room. Remember, don't mess around with our sea turtle nests. Don't disturb them. Don't tamper with them. Don't hang towels on them. I see people doing that. Why do you have to do that? That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Pretty obvious. Caution, caution, caution. Our beautiful mile-long beach. Gotta love it. At Delnor-Wiggins. A little piece of heaven on earth, my friends. Paradise. Well, I'm going to walk back down to Vanderbilt Beach Park and see what the scoop is. See if I was correct on the access points there. Hopefully I didn't give out false information. Shame on this person here. Shame on him. Shame. Major shame upon this person. Look at this. Look at this asinine hole that somebody dug and left on the beach. I'm sorry, my friends, but that is just an example of sheer stupidity. Leaving a hole like that on the beach. Come on. you see somebody digging a hole like this, remind them to fill it in. Try to do it nicely. Sometimes I can't be very nice. My gosh, that is crazy. That irks me. All right, I gotta get moving along. Walk back down the beach. I'll fill you in as to what's going on. They should be starting to spread that sand now, start to be bringing it in. I don't know if they'll stockpile the sand for a day and then start moving it with the front end loaders, but the loaders were all ready to go. So look at those gorgeous colors. The birds flying through. I love it. All right. Let's see, I got 200 stars. Thank you, my star senders. Remember again, tips hugely appreciated now. The end of the month, bills are due. If you appreciate my efforts, if you like my beach walks, and if you'd like to see them continue, think about sending a tip every now and then. You'll find that link to my PayPal and Venmo account in the description of this post. And I do appreciate it. And I do appreciate your friendship. Share, share, share. That helps out tremendously. It doesn't cost anything. Any other posts that you see, please share besides liking. Think about subscribing to my Southwest Florida television Facebook page. That would help out too. All right. Have an awesome Monday. And thanks for allowing me into your lives and onto your screens. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay strong. Tally-ho, my friends, tally-ho. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. May God bless you, your family, your friends, your fur babies, everything and everyone in your lives. And God bless our wonderful, beautiful, and amazing country, the place that I so proudly call my home. God bless America, one nation, under God. Keep her in your prayers. Tally-ho. Tally-ho.